I had a quick question. Does weightlessness have an impact in terms of your ability to sleep?
Sir, we just arrived here just a few days ago, and it's taken a while getting used to. For me personally, missing a pillow. You're used to laying down on a mattress and having a place to rest your head, and so it's taken a while to get used to that.
Well, I know the kids got a chance to ask some questions. I want to make sure that if there are any members of Congress who've got some questions that they're interested in, that they've got a chance too. Okay, hold on. This is Kay Bailey Hutchinson from Texas.
I understand that you are doing experiments on salmonella and watching those organisms and how they react and grow, and we've had some salmonella problems here on Earth. What do you think you will be able to learn from the environment in space that maybe you couldn't learn here on Earth?
Actually going to have a bit of a hard time answering that question. We do indeed have an experiment called the National Laboratory Program Vaccine Experiment, in which salmonella in which certain microorganisms are exposed to salmonella. My job as an astronaut was basically to turn the crank and activate the experiment, and then after about 4 or 5 days, turn the crank again and deactivate it. I'm not exactly sure what the scientists are going to do with the data back at home or with the samples. We are returning, however, 8 big vials of samples of these cultures with microorganisms and salmonella, and let the scientists go to work.
This is Bill Nelson. He knows a little something about this stuff.
Hey guys, I wish I were up there with you. You are just getting to the point where it's really looking like a full-up national laboratory where we can really do the experimentation. When will you have it full up, ready to go, where we can then reap the results of that $100 billion investment?
It's nice to hear you again, sir. The International Space Station has already been delivering some of the science we promised. Where we are now is an Expedition 18, our crew, we're making the turn from 3 people to 6 people. The next crew that comes after us, a few months after we get replaced, we'll have 6 people on board the International Space Station. So that's why we needed the solar power. That's why we needed the second toilet and other things, so that we have a room and facilities for 6 people. And once we have 6 people, we'll have enough time and energy, solar power, to run all the experiments that we can. And then it's just a matter of getting enough experiments up and down from the space station to really reap on that science. We've already been delivering, and we got a lot more to come. And like Sandy said, there's a lot of things we don't know, so there's some really interesting discoveries out in front of us.
Do any of the young people have any more questions? Hold on one second. We've got one here.
Do you love doing your job?
They asked if you love doing your job.
Yes, it's wonderful to work in space. Ever since I saw Apollo 11 lunar landing when I was 5 years old, I always longed for going to space and work. And here a dream came true. I had to study hard and work hard. But I'm so happy to be here, and I'm loving living here and working with so many wonderful people here.
Just a couple of logistical questions. How long did it take from the time of launch? How long did it does it take to get to the space station?
Well, Mr. President, let me answer that in two ways. First of all, it takes us about 8.5 minutes to get to orbit, and at that time we're going 17,500 miles an hour. But we're in a bit of a tail chase with the space station, and it's approximately about a day and a half to 2 days later that we actually rejoin with the space station.
Okay, so 8 minutes just to get in orbit, but then you've got to basically try to catch up with the space station and match up so that you can lock in.
Sure, that's exactly right.